Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another great video. Today we are looking again here at the NASDAQ 100 futures, and I have up the E-mini S&P 500 futures as well. So not a lot going on here in this market, as we can see. Looks like we got a clear breaker structure to the upside here on the higher time frame chart, and looks like we are kind of pulling back now. We got a bounce here around or slight rejection at 4772, and it looks like it may be trying to push through this area here. So we'll see what actually takes place. If it breaks below, let's say 44 or 44 and a quarter or 43, somewhere in that area right there, then that's going to be a breaker structure below this low right here, because we got a high, a pullback, okay, as you guys can see here, and then a move to the upside, a break here, pulls back, all right, breaks below this area here, breaker structure back to the upside. So if it breaks this key area right here, we'll be breaking structure to the downside. But at this moment, we're kind of moving sideways. We got a high. We've got this high, this low, and then this higher high here. So there's swing here, and again, if the market breaks below this low here, then we're breaking structure to the downside. It broke some minor areas of structure within this swing as it was pulling lower, but you ultimately want to see key areas of where there's clear breaks of structures below a major low or high. Like this would be a major low right here off this swing to the upside. So right now I'm going to kind of stand down again. It's just not a lot been going on. I mean, if you look at yesterday's price action, today is the 3rd, so not a lot happened yesterday. This was the 2nd right here. I mean, it's just this little bit up right here. Couple bars, that's it. So that's why I've been kind of focusing on the NASDAQ more so. If you look at the NASDAQ right now, I noticed a setup overnight, which I didn't take. There was a supply zone, not demand, supply zone shortly after not shortly after the market opened. It actually formed about 2 o'clock yesterday. We have this pullback, breaker structure lower, creating this area of supply right here. You can mark it off. Pay close attention to into the Asian market last night. Look for rejection on the lower time frame to take it back down to the lows down here. I mean, really, there was nothing that was the market wasn't doing any type of reversing to the upside, even though it did break a bit of structure right here as it moved higher right here. But still, there was no clear sign that the market was reversing, trying to push back to the upside. Yes, we did get some aggressive buying, but the market was just moving back up to this key area of supply right here. This red line I have marked right here, I'm looking at seeing what that is, honestly. I'm not sure what that area, why I had that line there marked. But anyways, and it probably wasn't nothing significant. I probably just moved it there and left it there. But I did have my eye on this box, that where this red box is. That's why I had it marked as a supply zone. So, and right now, this area right here, oh, I know why I had this here. I'm sorry. This line right here, I was not looking to the left. It was right here. I use it to mark this supply area right here. So there's a supply zone resting right here as well. I'm going to mark this up and adjust this box a little bit. So this is the key area of supply on the 60 range, the higher time frame. Push lower, broke back to the upside, breaking structure lower, breaking below. What is this? 80 and let's just say 81. 581. So yeah, this area right here is a supply zone we can be mindful of. So I'm watching it. Not a lot going on. We kind of started moving sideways here. So, yeah, started moving sideways a little bit. So I'm just looking to see. This here was a break to the downside right here. This was supply right here. The market didn't tap into it. It was at 657 and a quarter. It came up to 653 and a half. So we didn't tap 100% into that area there. So be mindful of that area. A lot of people will call this supply right here. It is aggressive selling right here coming out of this move to the downside, but this zone is tested. When we got the break right here, this bearish candle broke below this last up green candle. This next candle, the wick of it came back and filled that zone, or it's not zone, but filled that void or gap back to the which would be a supply area right here, or a zone we can mark, but that's what I call low probability. This area right here will be more high probability setup because this is a push to the downside, break of structure, and a pullback. Here would be a very valid untested zone, as well as this area right here. So right now I'm kind of watching this area here and this area here, but we'll see. The market has pushed down to and testing 554.5. Okay, so if I look to the left hand side of my chart, you can see right here. I'll blow this up. I need to get rid of all this mess I got here. I'll probably do that today sometime. But anyways, see that right there? Look, the market can blow right down to the downside. It can push lower and fill in and correct all this right here, these imbalances right here. So it may be trying to do that, being that it's broken below this area here at 574 now. Let's see. Oh yeah, we broke below that. Yeah, so and it's down here at 554. So which is around this area here. Yeah, it's probably trying to come down here and test this area of, does this say supplies? I mean, a demand zone here. Yep, a demand zone resting right down here, which is I'm gonna mark that because this area right here at 513.5, that's a demand zone. Got a break, pull back, break higher, break a structure here at 550.5 or 547. And this is a demand area here, aggressive buying to the upside. So again, we have this supply zone right here, resting right here around the 32, 33 area off the higher time frame 60 range chart. So kind of waiting to see what it's going to do. If we break above that area there, then that's going to be a breaker structure to the upside here, and that could be a potential shift in the market back to the upside. So possibly, could be short term, but it will be a breaker structure that we need to be mindful of to see how the market carries through. All right, let's see. Okay, market's running away from me. I'm looking for it to run lower. Looking for it to go lower and possibly come down and fill this area down here. So I'm going to put 2 contracts down here towards the low and look for it to come down here and test around 584.75. This is a supply area right here off the lower time frame. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I need to be mindful here. Okay, broke structure here to the downside, then it came back and swung back up and tested this area here. So I may have got in too early here. Well, I got in right here on the rejection in this zone right here. I mean, but I think not too early, too late here. I didn't get into down here. I should have got in right here below 603.75 at the break of the candle. But I'm looking forward to aim and run lower. So I'm going to put my last contract around this area here. It could come down here and test probably around 578. We'll see though. We'll see. All right, it's pulling back. Come on, run lower. Yeah, I know it could test this area here. Come on. Don't break higher, push lower. Let's see. It can come down here and test this area down here. It's 594. It can reject this and start moving sideways. So I may need to take out right here around 594. I think I might just do that. I'm gonna take out here, pull back on me pretty, few points. 601, about 6 points there. It's all right though. I just didn't want to see it break above this area here. Come on. Look at it. Yeah, but it may try to, it looked like it may be trying to run lower and test this area down here. There we go. Got filled there on that trade there. Actually entered in with 3 contracts on that one. So let's wait it out because it's kind of moving choppy sideways now. And this thing is definitely trying to break to the downside, break structure to the downside. Looks like on the lower time frame, higher time frame, we're still bearish. So not sure. Definitely appears that it's trying to run down and test lower areas. Just looking at the structure of the lower time frame chart right now, it broke to the upside, turned back around, started breaking to the downside. This would be yeah, a major breaker structure here on the lower time frame if it breaks below that area. So okay, I'm going short. I'm going to aim for these lower areas. Okay, got to be mindful here. Ultimately, what it's trying to accomplish looks like it's trying to run lower. So I'm going to put a contract right here that's low. Could test a little bit higher here. So let me be careful. Yeah, I'm really kind of iffy about this trade. I know it wants to break down and could push a little lower here, so I may just take out my trade here that's low here, so I'm gonna wait it out. But I think it may want to kind of test this area right here. Come on. Yeah, I might just take out right here, grab a couple points here, and get out. Look at it. I don't like how it's pulling back like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take out because I don't like what it's doing here. So I'm waiting to see if it's maybe it test this area up here, but this high volume node at 598. Let's see if we get a tap there. It looks like it's aiming for it. You just see it's bounce off this area of support here, like it may be aiming for this area of demand right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's not it's rejecting off this high volume area here. It's not coming up to this small little area of supply right here. Excuse me, supply. Yeah, I'm not taking this trade. I mean, even though it could reject where it's at, it could be rejecting off an imbalanced area there. And may want to just decide to push lower from there, but I'm going to wait. I want to see more so tap. I'm going to mark this little zone here, like right here, and wait it out to see what happens once we get to that area. So let's see. And we could push lower from where it's at right now and just come down and test this area right here. You know, again, you got to be mindful because we're bearish. You know. All right, we're in this little area right here. So I'm waiting to see if it's going to reject this or want to push higher. So you can see we're above this high volume area right here, but I'm strictly off the 12 range right now. It's not really tapped into any major area off of a higher time frame. So I'm trying to trade in a direction with the higher time frame. So we got a reconstruction hit to the downside. Look at there. Oh man, I'm late. Absolutely late on this trade. Absolutely late. And it may come down here and take out this area now. It's bouncing off this area. I'm going to take out right here. Right there. Oh, what's it doing? Okay. Taking out right there. All right, for a few points right there. Rejection. I mentioned that this was a area of supply right here off the lower time frame chart. And again, like I said, it looks like we may be trying to aim for possibly lower areas. Yeah, this thing may be trying to even test lower areas. So, I mean, the key to it is really looking to lock in at a key area of supply on the lower time frame, and possibly if you're looking at the overall structure of the market, like we, structure to the downside being broken, it came down here, made a low, lower high, broke structure again, but yeah, looking to see what it's ultimately trying to do, and it looks like it's trying to focus to push lower. But again, I mean, what it could be also is maybe want to test this area and then decide to break lower. So you get a retracement here with a break to the downside. So, but I'm trading off of the lower time frame, looking for structural breaks to take in the direction of the higher time frame back down to key areas that I'm noticing on the lower time frame. If that makes sense. Hopefully that does. So, like right now, working to possibly test that. It can want to test maybe this area right here in this area here. So I'll just leave a little arrow there to see if we get a test there. But I can reject where it just bounced off at and push lower to this area. So this here is a demand zone, but be careful because then you're trading against the higher time frame, higher time frame movement or structure of the market here. So that short right there was a good short to take. Going short, again, we're using the lower time frame to look for a supply setup or zone to get into to take the market back in the direction with the higher time frame. It's aiming for these lows here. We haven't broken any significant area of structure back to the upside yet. So, okay, I'm waiting to see what the market is going to do in this area right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. Let's see. Gonna hold for a second and see. Looks like it appears that maybe we want to try to push a little higher here. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off here and wait. Not 100% sold yet. Okay, I'm short. Short. Back down to the downside here. Back down to the downside. Let's see. All right, looks like it's trying to run lower here. I'm gonna take out in this area right here. I got one contract at this area for TP right here, and looking to see if it's gonna. I gotta be careful because we're back down here towards the lows, down here. So on the higher time frame, So it should kind of fall through here. So I'm gonna hold where I'm at right now. Come on. I'll probably close the last contract out around this area as well. It may pull back a little bit here before it decides to continue pushing lower. First contract out at around 566. Come on. Why are you pulling back for? Why is she pulling back? Why is she pulling back? Yeah, I'm not sure. Come on, push lower. No, don't push higher. Come on. Come on, come on. Still in this trade. Trying to hold it through. Let's see, let's see. Come on. Look at it. Not wanting to break lower. There we go. And I am going to probably take I'm gonna close out right here. Pick up those few points there. I don't think it's done. I think it's gonna push down a little bit lower here, and it may be aiming to take out the high for. I mean, excuse me, not the high, the low for today. As we have not clearly broken any. Just be careful because we're moving sideways here now, and above us we have the supply area. So maybe we want to really try to aim for this and then push lower. But so I'm trading in the direction of the with the higher time frame. Okay, came a little lower here. I have my TP resting like right. I think I said 566. So I think I took out around 8-9 points sitting right there, and there we go. We got a field right there. So. You know, I was looking for this was a supply area on the lower time frame, moving in the direction with the higher time frame. So I'll mark that area supply. Okay, you see there. Just be mindful when it got to this area here because it got up here, and you got to look for the break and close of the candle in the opposite direction to take it lower. So just be careful. It broke and it was coming down here. It broke this area structure to the left hand side of the chart right here below 568. So I'll look for a key area to where it could reject that. And this was a area supply right here, but it pushed right through it, and then there was an area above it. So I waited for it to kind of come to that area there, show me the rejection, and then took the short. All right, so now we have to kind of be, well, we need to be careful because we're moving sideways right now. So if you can see here on the higher time frame, the market's not really broken any, key area of structure back to the upside. So we're moving sideways. You can see in a wedge right now, and this is an area where you have to be very, very careful. Market's ranging. Just the best thing to do if you don't have much experience and trading in ranges, then definitely don't trade any trade in a sense. So I'm standing off right now because I'm not 100% sure what it's trying to do. Again, I'm mindful and keeping my eye on this supply zone sitting up here around 633 to see what's going to take place when it gets there. If we take a look here at the lower time frame, we see the market breaking areas of let's see here. Structure back to the upside. You can see it's taking out here, 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 back to the upside as it's moving higher. So, but overall on the lower time frame, you can see that we really haven't taken out any key areas right now. We're just moving sideways. Okay, So that's why I'm focusing on this supply area here to see what it's going to do. Is it going to break through this area? Then we got a structure break if it breaks above here at 653, or is it going to reject this area at 633 and push, want to push lower. So right now we're, kind of made a higher low, and breaking or trying to move higher, but we're going to see. So we're just in a wedge right now, so be careful with the market trading sideways. All right, so I only took a few trades today, a couple of scalps, kind of off and on. We're in the afternoon hours now. I took a break and didn't come back to the charts, but just a few scalps just in the morning time. But looking at the market now after news, we can see that we broke lower here, pulled back, and then broke lower. So we're still bearish overall. If you zoom out and look at the market, I mean, look, you can see that we've just been making lower lows and lower highs in each session and into the sessions. And we made a low here. We did break a bit of structure as when we pushed up here, okay, broke above these highs right here. So you can see the trend for today. If you just kind of, take a channel, draw something like this, you can see it's just kind of moving to the downside here. Even though we broke up a little bit here, it looks like we're still overall bearish to the downside. So be careful and looking for shorts at this time. I meant to say I'm looking for longs. Sorry about that, guys. Not shorts, but longs. Overall, you should be look for short opportunities. This was a breaker structure to the downside. I mentioned this is a key area of supply. We haven't 100% tapped into it on the higher time frame. That's a 631. Okay, so we could just break structure again below this area here, below at the lows for today at 529. I'm not sure, but be careful because we're kind of moving sideways right now. So just be mindful of the overall structure of the market and take your trades in that direction. All right. So it clearly looks like we're in a downtrend here. You can tell within the market. I mean, just making lower lows and lower highs. Into each session, we still see it making these lower lows and lower highs. So overall, the market is bearish. So if you're looking for opportunities to take shorts, take trades, take them in the direction of the higher time frame. The higher time frame is bearish. You look for shorts on your lower time frame. So unless it shows me anything different right now, I'm going to stick with what I see and taking opportunities to go short because I want to trade in the direction. I mean, it did push up here. Well, it broke structure here, pull back, broke structure right here, small area of aggressive selling right here. I mean, you may have been able to take a scalp right here on the lower time frame back to maybe around this area here at 557, 556 area, somewhere in there, back down to that area on a quick scalp. But then it push higher. But again, you gotta be mindful. We're still on the higher time frame bearish. So I was looking for it to come up to this area and test this area of supply to look for an opportunity to take, to go short. But we never really tapped into it today. We were just a few points away from it, about 3 points away. So it pushed up right here, and then it folded and pushed back down. Okay, so we broke structure back to the downside again. And then we had news or economic news event around I think it was 2 p.m. today. The market turns back around, breaks higher. Okay, so it's kind of moving sideways right now, ranging. But overall, still, I would have to look for opportunities to look for shorts. So maybe we're going to break structure back to the downside now and take out this low here that it made. So now we got a low here, a high here, and maybe it's going to take out the low here. Okay, all right. It had a prior high right here, broke structure to the downside, made this high. So maybe we're going to aim to make lower lows and break 529.5, which would be the low on today. Or, are we going to close out the session today and then it starts to creep back up and start to take out, start to break areas back to the upside. But ultimately, I'm still going to be bearish until it shows me, that it really wants to change its direction. But in this session today, all it's been doing is creating bearish activity to the downside. I mean, this whole channel to the downside, like I drew a little bit ago. So that's it for me today, guys. I'm just going to kind of close it out. Just took a few entries, and tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's Thursday, and so we got 2 more days before we can wrap up the week here. But I hope each and every one of you were successful today in taking a, basic green and made some profit for today. Just a little bit at a time helps build up that capital in your account, all right? Especially if you're just starting off and you don't have much capital to trade with. Just take a few trades a day. Sometimes it's just one or two. Sometimes you can just take one trade and be done. But a few $100 each day builds the capital in that account, and you can slowly watch the growth of your account to grow. So that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. If you're a first-time viewer here on the channel, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Again, here on the channel here, we trade futures, primarily the indices or index futures, which are or is your NASDAQ 100, the ES futures. A lot of individuals that are part of the Discord community trade the micros as well. Doesn't matter if you trade the micros or the mini side of the future markets. It's all the same. So it's all about slowly building that account up. And now we're breaking structure again to the downside. But go ahead and click on the sub button. Turn your post notifications on so you never miss one of the uploads here on the channel. Also, drop a like on the video. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, you can find that link down in the description portion of the video. Take care. I'll see everyone in the next video.